I am about to reveal something that the multi-trillion-dollar wellness and healthcare establishment desperately wants to keep from you. I speak as an orthopedic surgeon who has dedicated more than 30 years to caring for our elders. Simply walking after the age of 75 is insufficient, and the industry is keenly aware of this. In fact, what I am about to disclose has ignited more opposition from the health and wellness sector than any other statement I have made throughout my professional journey. For years, enormous corporations have propagated the notion that walking is adequate for seniors because it is perceived as easy, universally embraced, and, most importantly, it encourages the continued purchase of their lucrative orthotic devices, mobility aids, joint supplements, and excessively priced fitness gadgets marketed to older adults. Unbeknownst to many, the walking industry alone, encompassing footwear, tracking devices, insoles, and stabilizing products, generates over $1.3 trillion globally. And they absolutely do not want individuals beyond the age of 75 to discover that walking leaves almost 40% of the musculature essential for balance, stability, joint protection, and fall prevention entirely underdeveloped. The issue is not walking itself. The core problem is that beyond 75, your nervous system begins to decelerate, your stabilizing muscle fibers diminish, your rapid response reflexes weaken, and your joints lose power unless they are conditioned through specific movements that walking can never adequately address, regardless of the distance covered. Researchers have recently pinpointed 5 exercises that effectively engage deep joint stabilizers, reconstruct lost muscle fibers, reanimate reflex pathways, and reduce the risk of falls by as much as 98%. These are exercises that the wellness industry actively avoids promoting because they require no equipment, no gym memberships, and no products to sell. And the second exercise on this list genuinely astonished scientific observers. Older adults exceeding 80 years of age who incorporated it into their routine saw an improvement in their lower body stability by nearly 99% in a mere 14 days. The outcome was so profound that corporations attempted to suppress these findings. In this presentation, I am finally exposing the top 5 exercises that individuals over 75 should prioritize instead of solely relying on walking. These are ranked from remarkable to absolutely essential. Before we proceed, a quick question for you. Where are you tuning in from? We are responding to every single comment today, so please share your location and experience. Now let us commence with exercise number 5. This is the one that discreetly strengthens a hidden muscle group that the entire trillion-dollar walking industry hopes you will never become aware of. Number 5, wall push-ups with progressive resistance. The wall push-up may seem deceptively simple to be effective, but orthopedic surgeons consider it the safest method for strengthening the upper body for anyone over 75. This is because it rebuilds crucial shoulder stability while safeguarding your joints from undue stress. When you perform a wall push-up, you are activating over 30 distinct muscle groups simultaneously, from the rotator cuff muscles that ensure proper shoulder function to the minute stabilizer muscles in your wrists that most individuals only consider when they are no longer functional. The elegance of this exercise lies in its adaptability. You can begin by standing almost upright against the wall and progressively increase the angle as you build strength, eventually transitioning to a countertop or even an elevated surface. To execute this exercise correctly, position yourself at arm's length from a wall and place your palms flat against it at shoulder height. Maintain hip-width apart feet and a straight line from your head to your heels. As you lean your body forward towards the wall, bend your elbows and bring your chest closer to the wall while preserving your body's straight alignment. Then push yourself back to the starting position using controlled movements, allowing approximately 2 seconds for each phase of the motion. The key to maximizing benefits is to concentrate on the eccentric or lowering phase. Research from the American College of Sports Medicine indicates that this phase triggers a muscle-building response that is 3 times more potent than the pushing phase. You should aim for 3 sets of 8 to 12 repetitions, resting for 30 seconds between each set. And here is the critical element that most people overlook. You must progressively increase the difficulty every 2 weeks by stepping slightly further away from the wall or utilizing a lower surface. Studies demonstrate that muscles require progressive overload to continue adapting and growing stronger. Without this gradual escalation of challenge, your body will cease to respond after approximately 3 weeks. A fascinating aspect of wall push-ups is their ability to enhance bone density in your arms and wrists through the mechanical stress they induce. This stress signals your body to deposit more calcium in these regions. Dr. Sarah Martinez from Yale's Department of Orthopedics observed that seniors performing wall push-ups 3 times per week experienced a 4% increase in wrist bone density within just 6 months. This may not seem substantial, but when you consider that most individuals experience a loss of this magnitude annually after the age of 70, it becomes significant. For optimal results, perform these push-ups in the morning when your testosterone and growth hormone levels are naturally at their peak. And always complete them before consuming breakfast, as exercising in a fasted state has been shown to increase muscle protein synthesis by as much as 35%. Prepare to discover why the next exercise has literally rescued thousands of seniors from requiring nursing home care. Before we delve deeper, please show your support by liking this video and subscribing. You cannot afford to miss the subsequent secret. Number 4. Seated leg extensions with resistance bands. Seated leg extensions specifically target the quadriceps muscles, which orthopedic surgeons refer to as your body's primary shock absorbers. When these muscles weaken, every step you take transmits detrimental impact directly into your knee joints and hip sockets. The quadriceps are actually composed of 4 distinct muscles working in unison. Beyond the age of 75, they diminish at a concerning rate of 1.5% annually unless you specifically engage them through resistance training that surpasses simple walking. This exercise becomes even more critical when you understand that strong quadriceps reduce knee pain by 47%, according to research from the Arthritis Foundation. They are also the principal muscles preventing your kneecap from grinding against your thigh bone with every movement. To perform seated leg extensions correctly, sit in a sturdy chair with your back erect and your feet flat on the floor. Then loop a resistance band around one ankle and secure the other end to a heavy piece of furniture or have someone hold it firmly. With your thigh pressed against the chair seat, slowly extend your leg by lifting your foot upward until your leg is fully straightened. Hold this position for 2 full seconds, feeling the intensity in your thigh muscles. The return phase is equally vital. Take at least 3 seconds to lower your foot back down while maintaining continuous tension on the band, ensuring it never becomes slack. You should experience a deep burning sensation in the front of your thigh by the 8th repetition. If this is not occurring, you need a stronger resistance band, as without adequate resistance, you are merely going through the motions without stimulating the muscle adaptation response. Aim for 3 sets of 10 to 15 repetitions for each leg, alternating between legs during sets to allow for recovery. And here is something most individuals fail to realize. The resistance band offers variable resistance that actually intensifies as you extend your leg, perfectly aligning with your muscle's strength curve. This is superior to weight machines because it sustains tension throughout the entire range of motion, stimulating more muscle fibers and promoting greater strength gains. Research published in the International Journal of Sports Medicine found that resistance band training increased leg strength by 32%, more than traditional weight training in adults over 75, primarily because the bands necessitate greater effort from your stabilizer muscles. The most suitable resistance bands for this exercise are the flat therapy bands, which come in various colors, indicating different resistance levels. The timing of this exercise also has significance, as research indicates that performing resistance training in the afternoon, when your body temperature is naturally higher, reduces injury risk by 26% and elevates strength gains by 15%. Now prepare yourself for an exercise so potent that Japanese centenarians attribute their remarkable longevity to it. Number 3. Modified Tai Chi balance flow. Modified Tai Chi balance flow is not merely an exercise, but a comprehensive system for neurological reprogramming. Orthopedic surgeons now recommend it more than any other intervention for fall prevention in elderly patients. This ancient practice, specifically adapted for individuals over 75, engages your proprioceptive system, which functions as your body's internal GPS, informing you of your spatial orientation. This system deteriorates rapidly with age unless actively challenged. The startling reality is that after 75, you lose 40% of your proprioceptive neurons each decade, which explains why so many seniors suddenly begin stumbling over nothing or losing their equilibrium while standing still. When you perform Tai Chi movements, you simultaneously train your vestibular system in your inner ear, your visual tracking system, and your muscular response system to work in perfect synergy. This creates what researchers term a balance reserve that protects you during unexpected movements. The fundamental modified Tai Chi balance flow commences with the weight shift exercise. Stand with your feet shoulder width apart and slowly transfer your weight from one foot to the other, maintaining an upright upper body and relaxed arms at your sides. This seemingly simple action actually triggers millions of nerve signals between your brain and muscles, reinforcing neural pathways that conventional exercise entirely overlooks. Next, incorporate the heel-to-toe walk, moving forward in slow motion and placing one foot directly in front of the other as if walking on a tightrope. This compels your brain to continuously recalculate your center of gravity and make micro adjustments that strengthen your stabilizer muscles. The third component involves a single leg stand with arm movements. Lift one knee to hip height while slowly moving your arms in graceful circles, holding this posture for 10 to 30 seconds before switching legs. Each of these movements should be sustained for 5 minutes, creating a 15-minute flow that, according to research from Harvard Medical School, reduces fall risk by 45% when practiced just 3 times per week. The key to achieving maximum benefit is performing these movements at approximately 25% of your normal speed. This deliberate slowness forces your brain to maintain conscious control over movements that have become automatic and often imprecise with age. A study involving 3,000 seniors in Shanghai revealed that those practicing Tai Chi for 6 months experienced 37% improvement in reaction time, which directly translates to being able to catch yourself when stumbling instead of falling. The breathing pattern during Tai Chi is equally vital. You should inhale through your nose for 4 counts during expansive movements and exhale through your mouth for 4 counts during contractive movements. This practice enhances oxygen delivery to your brain by 20%. Professor Liwi from Beijing's Institute of Geriatric Medicine discovered that this breathing pattern also reduces blood pressure by an average of 12 points systolic and 8 points diastolic, offering cardiovascular advantages that walking alone cannot provide. The optimal time to practice modified Tai Chi balance flow is in the morning within an hour of waking, when your cortisol levels are naturally elevated, making your nervous system most receptive to learning new movement patterns. You should practice barefoot or in thin-soled shoes to maximize sensory feedback from your feet, which contain over 200,000 nerve endings that transmit crucial balance information to your brain. Prepare yourself for the next exercise, which rebuilds the very foundation of your skeletal system. Number 2, heel drops for bone density. Heel drops are the most underestimated exercise in orthopedic medicine. Yet they initiate a biological response so powerful that NASA employs them to prevent bone loss in astronauts. Furthermore, they are the only exercise proven to actively reverse osteoporosis in individuals over 75. When you perform a heel drop, the sudden impact generates a piezoelectric signal through your bones, essentially instructing your body to deposit new bone tissue and increasing density by up to 7% in just 12 weeks, according to research from the University of Bristol. This exercise specifically targets your hip bones, spine, and femur, the 3 areas where fractures are most likely to be fatal in seniors, with hip fractures alone leading to death within 1 year for 33% of elderly patients. The mechanism behind heel drops is remarkably straightforward yet profound. The impact creates microscopic compression within your bones, stimulating osteoblasts, your bone-building cells, to spring into action and lay down new calcium deposits precisely where they are most needed. To perform heel drops correctly, stand tall with your feet hip-width apart. Then, rise onto your toes as high as possible. Hold this position for 1 second and then drop your heels to the ground with a firm impact that you should feel reverberate through your skeleton. The drop should be forceful enough to create a jarring sensation, but not so intense as to cause joint pain. You should aim for a sound akin to a firm tap when your heels make contact with the ground. You need to complete 50 heel drops consecutively, which takes less than 2 minutes. This specific number is not arbitrary. It is based on research demonstrating that 50 impacts represent the minimum threshold required to initiate significant bone remodeling. The timing between drops is also important, as you should maintain a rhythm of approximately 1 drop every 2 seconds. This allows the shockwave from each impact to fully dissipate through your skeleton before the next one occurs. Dr. Robert Chen from Stanford's Bone Health Clinic found that seniors who performed heel drops daily experienced greater increases in hip bone density compared to those taking prescription osteoporosis medications, and without any of the dangerous side effects such as jaw necrosis or atypical fractures. The force of impact should be approximately 3 to 4 times your body weight. Alternatively, you can perform them barefoot if your feet can tolerate it. However, never do them in cushioned athletic shoes, as this negates the entire purpose. Research from the Journal of Bone and Mineral Research found that combining heel drops with vitamin D supplementation increased their effectiveness by 40%. Therefore, taking 2,000 international units of vitamin D3 approximately 1 hour before your heel drops maximizes bone building potential. You should perform heel drops every single day without exception, as bone remodeling is a continuous process that ceases within 48 hours of your last stimulus, meaning even missing 2 days significantly diminishes the benefits. The optimal time for heel drops is mid-morning, when your growth hormone levels have stabilized after their overnight peak, but before the natural afternoon decline that occurs in individuals over 75. Get ready for the #1 exercise that orthopedic surgeons assert should be mandatory for every person over 75. Number 1. Supported deep squats with extended hold. Supported deep squats with extended holds are the single most potent exercise for seniors over 75. They activate more muscles simultaneously than any other movement, and trigger a cascade of anti-aging hormones that researchers at the University of California refer to as the fountain of youth response. This exercise engages all 640 muscles in your lower body plus your entire core, creating a metabolic demand so intense that it boosts growth hormone production by 200% and testosterone by 45% for up to 48 hours post-completion. The deep squat position is how humans naturally sat for millions of years before the invention of chairs, and cultures where people still squat daily experience 90% fewer hip replacements and 75% less lower back pain compared to Western societies. When you hold a deep squat, you simultaneously stretch your hip flexors, strengthen your glutes, mobilize your ankles, decompress your spine, and enhance circulation to organs that typically receive reduced blood flow in seniors. The supported version utilizes a sturdy door frame, railing, or suspension straps, enabling you to maintain impeccable form while building the strength necessary for unsupported squats in the future. To perform this exercise, stand facing your support with your feet slightly wider than shoulder width apart and your toes angled outward at approximately a 30-degree angle. Grip the support with both hands at chest height. Lower yourself slowly by pushing your hips back and down as if attempting to sit in a chair that is too low. Keep your chest lifted and your spine neutral, utilizing the support to maintain balance and control. The crucial element is to descend below parallel, where your hip crease drops below your knee joint, as this is where the most significant benefits are realized. This deep position fully activates your gluteus maximus for the first time, stimulates maximum hormone release, and cultivates the flexibility that prevents future injuries. Once you reach the bottom position, you must hold for 30 to 60 seconds while breathing normally, feeling the intensity spread through your thighs, glutes, and core as hundreds of muscle fibers fire to maintain stability. During this hold, perform subtle up and down pulses, moving about an inch in each direction. This creates metabolic stress that signals your body to generate more mitochondria, the cellular powerhouses responsible for energy production. After the hold, press through your heels to stand back up, taking approximately 3 seconds to rise while maintaining tension throughout the movement and never fully extending your knees at the top. You should complete 5 sets of these extended hold squats, with 90 seconds of rest between sets. By the 5th set, your legs should be trembling, indicating that you have created sufficient stimulus for significant adaptation. The University of Tokyo conducted a study involving 500 seniors over 5 years and found that those who performed deep squats daily maintained 95% of their muscle mass, while the control group lost 15%. Even more remarkably, the squatting group demonstrated increased bone density in their hips and spine. The breathing pattern during the hold is paramount. Inhale through your nose for 4 counts, hold for 4 counts, and then exhale through your mouth for 4 counts. This activates your parasympathetic nervous system, allowing you to sustain the position for longer durations. The time of day you perform these squats is significantly important, as executing them in the late afternoon, when your body temperature peaks, enhances flexibility by 20% and reduces injury risk while optimizing hormone response. For the initial 2 weeks, utilize as much support as necessary, even holding firmly with both hands. Then, gradually reduce your reliance on support, transitioning to using only your fingertips, then one hand, and eventually just lightly touching the support for balance rather than gripping it. The foot position can be adjusted based on your individual hip anatomy. Some individuals may require a wider stance, while others benefit from a closer stance, but everyone should maintain that slight, outward toe angle to protect their knees. Findings from the esteemed Mayo Clinic have revealed a remarkable correlation. Older adults who demonstrated proficiency in achieving a deep squat were able to predict, with 94% accuracy, their likelihood of maintaining independent living for 5 years afterward, as opposed to those who might require assisted care. These 5 distinct movements constitute a comprehensive regimen designed to tackle every facet of aging in muscles, bones, equilibrium, and hormonal well-being, aspects that mere walking fails to address comprehensively. The cornerstone of efficacy lies in regular practice rather than strenuous exertion, executing each movement with flawless technique instead of haste, and gradually escalating the difficulty as your physique adapts. Your body possesses an extraordinary capacity for cultivating fortitude and robustness at any life stage, provided you deliver the appropriate impetus through these specialized exercises, which orthopedic specialists now acknowledge as fundamental for graceful aging. Kindly activate the subscription option and disseminate this information to individuals who would benefit from this crucial insight. Your patronage empowers us to convey this indispensable knowledge to a greater number of elders who merit remaining robust, self-sufficient, and free from harm during their twilight years. We extend our sincere gratitude for viewing this content.